Hello everyone, welcome to my classes. So this is the part 2 of class 11 chapter 1 biology, the living world. So here I will be dealing with different topics, and I'm planning of completing this chapter in 3 subsequent video. Okay, so starting with the 3 domains of life. So the 3 domains of life was given by Carl Woos. Okay, so he was the one who has given the 3 domains of life. That is, the first one is archaea. Archaea involves the primitive prokaryotic organism like archaebacteria. Alright, and the second one are the bacteria. Bacteria involve, for example, E. coli bacteria, blue-green algae. Okay. The third one is eukarya, involves all the eukaryotic organism, plant, animals, etc. Okay, clear? So you can give some example here, archaebacteria, you can give here E. coli, blue-green algae, here plants, animals. Okay. So can we move on to the next slide? Okay. Next slide is talking about taxonomy. It's a new concept. Taxonomy, the term taxonomy was given by A.P.D. Candolle. Okay, the term, he was the first who coined the term, who has given the term taxonomy. Taxonomy is nothing but it's a study of principle and procedures of classification. It involves naming, like nomenclatures, it involves identification, it involves classification. Okay, understanding? So we'll go in details in the next slide. So just you have to know who coined the term taxonomy from examination point of view. Okay. So next slide. So these are the key components of taxonomy, that is characterization and identification of organisms. Okay, nomenclatures, giving name to the organism, to particular organisms. Okay, and classify that particular organisms. Okay, is called taxonomy. Okay, these are the 3 main components we used to consider. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next slide. So this is the definition of taxonomy. What it is saying, that I already told you, taxonomy is the study, it's a study of principles and processes of classification, how to classify. Okay, understanding? Classification of organisms. Okay, organism involves plants, animals, microorganisms, etc., etc. Okay, so this too you have to keep in mind, very important, who is known as the father of taxonomy. Who coined the term taxonomy was Candolle, but who is the father of taxonomy? Father of taxonomy is Carl Linnaeus, or Carolus Linnaeus, we can say, was the father of taxonomy. Okay, and the next one is father of Indian taxonomy was Santa Pau, was the father of Indian taxonomy. Okay, he is the father of Indian taxonomy, Santa Pau, and father of taxonomy is Carl Linnaeus or Carolus Linnaeus. Okay, and this is the definition for taxonomy. Okay. Okay, moving on to the next slide. So earlier the taxonomy was called as classical taxonomy. Earlier, how they did the classification, how the scientists used to do the classification. Okay, it is called the classical taxonomy, where the classification, taxonomical classification, was based on observable characteristics or observable morphological characteristics. What do you mean by morphological? Can you tell me? Morphological means the outer appearance of a particular organism. They just observe and they just classify. Like suppose I am observing a plant and I am classifying it in a plant category. I am observing a particular dog, I am putting the dog in a category of animals, like that. The outer appearance only I am looking at and categorizing it. Morphology means the outer appearance. Morphology is the outer appearance. And one more terminology is there, that is called anatomy. You have to keep in mind morphology, you understood the outer appearance. Okay, and anatomy means the inner content. About cell, what is there, about organs, how it is organized, all that. The inner one. Okay, so here in classical taxonomy, only morphological observable characteristics were considered and nothing else. Okay. So moving on to the modern taxonomy. Modern taxonomy was based on three important characteristics. The first characteristics is external and internal. External means outer, internal means inner structure along with the structure of cells. So here outer appearance also they are considering, inside appearance also they are considering, and the structure of cells also they are considering. Okay, for classification. The next point is development process. So how it is developing? Indirect development, direct development, there are types of development, no? So whether they are undergoing larval stage, whether they are giving birth, they are omnivorous or viviparous, like that. Okay, so development process they are watching, how it is undergoing. Okay. The next is ecological information of organism, means how a particular organism is interacting with the particular environment in which they are living in. Okay. Understood? These three are the important point. Outer appearance also they are watching, inner appearance also they are watching. They are also observing the inner cell structure. They are watching trying to know the developmental process, the ecological, the interaction of the particular organism with the environment also they are considering. Okay. Okay. So moving on to the next slide. So this is important, very important for NEET especially. Okay. So now taxonomic hierarchy. What is taxonomic hierarchy? It is nothing but stepwise. You can see stepwise. This stepwise arrangement. It is arranged in order. Okay, stepwise arrangement of all categories for classification of plants and animals. Okay, this is the definition for taxonomic hierarchy. It is the stepwise arrangement for classification of organism, of plants and animals. Okay, so it is organized in an orderly manner. So you have to know if you go from down to above, from down to up, it will be in what? Ascending order. Okay, when you move from up to down, it will be descending order. Means this is the higher category, this is the lowest category, you have to keep in mind. Okay, and number of common characteristics increases when you move up. Number of common characteristics increases when you move upward, from down to above. Means what you can conclude, that kingdom will have more common characteristics than species. Understanding? Let me clear this out again. So the first is the highest, in the topmost it will be kingdom. Okay, so here example is there, Animalia. Kingdom can be 2, Animalia and Plantae, like that. Okay, phylum, Chordata or non-Chordata, like that. Third one, class, Mammalia, Reptilia, reptiles, amphibians, aves, okay, all that. Then orders. Order here, primate. Primate is given. Okay, or you can say carnivores, herbivores, like that in order. Family here, Hominid. Okay, then genus. You have genus Homo. So we are considering here humans. So what is the scientific name of human? It is Homo sapiens. Okay. So then comes the species, last one. It's sapiens. Okay. So from kingdom we are considering, then phylum, then class, order, family, genus, species. This trend, this ascending trend and descending trend or descending trend is very important for your NEET examination purpose. They used to ask this question many a times. When you see previous year's question, you can find this question. Many a times they ask the trend. So you have to memorize the name starting from kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Okay. In next slide, we'll consider one more example. This was the example of only humans. Okay. Can we move on to the next slide? Okay. Here, same slide I have given. This one. Here, Animalia, kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia. Okay, in order I have given two examples, that is primates and carnivores. Okay, in order. Then family Hominidae. This is for human family. But in case of leopards, lion, we are considering here animals, we are considering the family will be Felidae. D-A-E, it will be E, okay. D-A-E, here you have to add one E. Felidae, okay. These are the families, Felidae, Hominidae, okay. Then comes the genus. Genus here in case of human is Homo, but here in this case Panthera. Oh, E came here. It's okay, you can write it here. So next genus will be Panthera, can be Panthera also, Phallus also. Okay. Then species, in this case in human it is Sapiens, but in case of Panthera you can get lion, leopard, tigers. Okay, and Phallus, cat. Okay, so from this, can you conclude that you have heard about cats? So you have heard that lion, leopard and tigers are from cat family. They used to say, yes, it is correct, because cat, lion, leopard, tiger are from the same family, Felidae. That's why we call lion, leopard, tiger as they are from cat family. Okay. But their genus is different. In lion, leopard and tigers it is Panthera, and for cats it is Phallus. Okay. Now moving on to the next slide. Understanding this point? Okay. Now a small concept of species. So what do you mean by species? Okay. So first you have to know that the concept was given by Ernest Mayr. These are for examination purpose, specially for multiple choice question which used to come in NEET. Okay. The concept was given by this concept of species was given by Ernest Mayr. Okay, and the term given by John Ray. Concept was given by Ernest Mayr, and term, who coined the term species, it was John Ray. Don't get confused. Okay, in this. And they are known as the basic unit of classification. It is always down the hierarchy. Okay, you have seen species where is the position of the species? It's always down. Okay, the lowest category of the taxonomic hierarchy. So it is the basic unit of classification. Okay. So now species definition we'll see. The species they are a group of individual they are with similar characteristics. They are having a group of organisms, they are having the same characteristics. They will have the same characteristics where they can interbreed with each other to produce fertile offspring. Okay, so it is a group of similar kind of organism who interbreed with each other to form their own offspring. Okay, so they are called species. Okay, understood the concept of species? So I'll show one picture, then it will be more clear. So this is a group of species, similar kind of species. They interbreed with each other, making their own babies. Okay, so this is a very good example of species. Okay, so that's all for today. So next part we'll do nomenclatures and all. In the third part I'll try to complete this chapter. Hopefully you are understanding the video. Thank you very much for your patient hearing.